It's that time again for Agent Video Spotlight in our Focused on Growth series. Today we have Shanta Navarro Perez with us, who is an amazing mom boss. So I'm really excited to talk to you. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your background, and what other job you had before this.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie. So I come from a background of sales and customer service. I worked for call centers for a long time doing customer service calls. I worked for travel agencies doing customer service calls. And then ultimately, right before real estate, I was selling cars.
Wow. Okay, I have to ask a little bit more about that. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, that was exciting. I had times where I was negotiating deals and having people fly in to pick up their cars. I ran the internet department, so it wasn't so much face-to-face as it was over the phone, which was funny because getting into real estate, I'm like, I don't know if I can negotiate and talk to people face-to-face. For all these years, I've been doing it over the phone. So there was a little fear there with that.
Wow, that actually surprises me because when I see you, I think of no fear. That's why I call you mom boss for a reason, because to me, when you come into a room, I feel like you demand that attention and respect, and you have that persona. So that's actually really surprising to me. How did you get over that?
Yeah, I mean, I still go through it, and sometimes I sit in the car and I'm I shake it all out, and I'm like, I just got to go for it. I got to make it happen. You are the star of the show. Let's go. Let's do it.
So a little bit of mindset,
It's all in the mindset.
Love it. Okay, that's fantastic. And like I said, you have so much energy. What motivates you to work so hard like you do? I know you, and I have to tell you sometimes, shut it off, shut it down. What motivates you?
Yeah, for sure my family, my kids, wanting to make my mom proud, my kids proud, my husband. They're my biggest cheerleaders. They're always rooting me on. So ultimately, they're the ones that push me. But I've always been a workaholic. I've always worked 60-hour plus. I mean, I was working out there at 13 years old, so there was no stopping me. I've always had the grit and determination to just get out there and be successful. My mom is a huge role model. She raised us as a single mom, 6 kids, and it was how do you top that?
Wow.
So I live to make her happy.
Okay, you get that in video too and send that to her. Well, nothing better than a Mother's Day for that message. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, my mom is incredible, and just watching her do it all on her own and make it happen is just an overwhelming feeling that I just want to make her proud and one day take care of her.
Well, I know you do. I know you do. I can't imagine, what she's feeling watching you do what you do every day, because your growth in the past year has just been incredible to watch. And so I love that part of it. What would you say is your favorite part of the business? Coming from all the sales positions, what's your favorite part?
Closings,
okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Handing over those keys is my favorite part. Seeing their smile at the closing table. A lot of times we don't talk about what goes on from point A to the closing table, right? And there's a lot that goes on. And sometimes my clients don't even realize that, the stress that goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
But delivering those keys and actually, sealing the deal and making it happen is what's most rewarding.
Yeah. I know from you, because you talked about, our job is to keep that drama as low as possible, even in the market that we're in. And so we take all of that in the background, and our job is to make sure they feel comfortable with, we're going to get the job done. And so what you're talking about, obviously your customers feel that too, because you get so many referrals and repeat business. So what do you think it is that makes them feel that way? Do you think it's your communication style or just the result of it all?
Well, for one, it's the confidence that I show them, hey, I've got this. I always tell my clients, and it's true, I have not had a deal fall apart. Wow. I won't.
Yeah.
I mean, things like the pandemic, that we couldn't, there's people who lost jobs, and there's nothing we could do about that. But for the most part, I fight tooth and nail for that deal to make sure that nothing deters it from getting closed.
Yeah. Well, they feel that. The fact that you've never had a deal, that also means you have great communication to learn exactly what they're looking for. You're listening to their needs. I mean, that's always what it says too.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Communication is very, very important, almost key. transparency, clarity, making sure they understand what the process looks like. Sometimes I even tell them, hey, best case scenario is this, worst case scenario we're looking at this, and I ask myself, should I even say that, because then I plant that seed. But they need to know, and they appreciate it, and I'm always like, well, we're not going to get here, but just in case, so you understand, this could possibly happen, and if it did, then I'm ready with a strategy to overcome it.
Yeah, that's transparency, right? Truth and honesty and transparency, what every customer is looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Nice.
Thank you.
So this is one of the reasons, obviously, you're a mentor in the office as well. So you help a lot of our newer agents navigate the process, because it's scary. Why did you decide to get into the mentorship program and be a mentor?
Yeah, that's big for me, right? Because it's very time consuming, and I already have a big busy business. But I want to be able to pay forward what was given to me when I got here. I think it's important that if my mentees can act quickly, ask the right questions, put in the work, that we can overcome it, and they'll hit the ground running, and in no time they'll be able to pay it forward and give it to another new agent. But I think we all need help. Even now, 4 years in, I still am reaching out to agents, and I get that help. So I just want to be able to pay that forward, and I love my market center, and I want to be able to help you guys also grow Lake Nona.
It does. I mean, being able, and we're so grateful for that, because hearing it from somebody else as well, because of course we have all the training and those sort of things, but you're never going to get the same one-on-one watching a mega agent do it until you hire a mentor like you, and they're like, oh, okay, I see how it goes. I see how she works.
And watching them, just watching them hit the ground running and get 2 or 3 deals in their first 30 to 60 days is amazing. And to know that you kind of gave them a speed pass there is awesome.
Feels that's that fulfillment part, right? It's not just about buying and selling homes, paying it forward and having the opportunity. So it gets you. Gets you.
I'm a giver. I'm a go-giver. I've always wanted to just give back, and I think in turn that's why my business has been so successful, because the man above sees it all, and so even if I don't have the time, he will make the time, especially if we're out there giving back and helping.
Coming right back to you. For
exactly.
Sure. So speaking of giving back and all you do, you are also the head of the culture committee here at our ALC. We have a huge Red Day project. Tell everybody a little bit about that project.
Yes, thank you, Debbie, and I'm honored to sit on the culture committee. This year we are remodeling a cabin at the House of Hope, which is a home for troubled youths and their family. It is spiritual based, so the children live there on campus for about up to a year. They have their education, their schooling, church, their food, dinner. They're there the entire year. So they had a cabin that was not being used for 2 years. It had moldy carpets, bad AC units. So we've come in there and we're remodeling that to make it habitable for the young ladies who are actually on a waiting list to get in there.
So take note, contractors over in the area. We need your help. We've got flooring, and we've still got other projects to do in that house. So yes, we'll be reaching out to you so we can get some more help, because it is an amazing cause in giving back and changing lives. That goes also with the giving back and paying forward, because we believe they do that longer in life too, right? So I guess one of the questions that I had, and I know the answer to this already just by what you've said, but the influence, you may or may not know how much influence you have just with other people and in the office. What do you want people to see you as in the office? Obviously, I kind of said my perception of like boss, that kind of thing. Talk about that influence and why it's so important when you're in this business to have that.
Yeah, thank you. And so it's funny you say that, because I don't see it. In fact, one of the mentor sheets that came in, it said, what do you want? And she said, I just want to be like Shanta.
Oh, goodness.
I was blown away by that, because I don't see it. What I do from the heart. It's easy for me. I don't think about it. Even, with the mentorship program, I'm always here to help. Whether you're signed up with me or not, you can always pick up the phone and call me. As the same for me when I need help. There's lots of agents who are available to me. So I'm thankful that I'm able to influence so many people in the office. Thank you for that. And just know that I'm always here to assist you guys and help in any way I can.
We are so grateful for you.
Thank
So
you.
you should know that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's have some fun. Ready? Breathe now. Let's have some fun. So now it is time for our rapid fire 5.
I'm ready. Let's go.
She does not know what I'm going to ask her, and I may change one of my questions because you actually answered one of them about heroes. I have a feeling I know who you're going to go with. Yes, I love it. Perfect for Mother's Day coming up, by the way. So ready? Here we go. I know you are a shoe girl, just like me. How many pairs of shoes do you have?
Heels? Shoes?
Shoes. Like, I want to know all the shoes.
200 plus.
All right, so those of you out there who want to know what to get her for Mother's Day coming up, shoes. I knew you were my shoe girl, and now I'm going to still say to my husband, still not the most in the office, though.
Yeah, right? Okay, work on that, Jeff.
Yes. All right. What makes you laugh the most in life?
Ooh. My kids.
Okay. Yep.
I'm sorry, my kids make me laugh. Sometimes I just sit back and I watch them and I'm like, I created that. And, you know, in this TikTok generation world, like, they literally send me all these TikToks and they're so relatable. They're like mother-children TikToks. And so my kids, they make me laugh the most.
Do you have a mini-me? Is one of them more like
I do.
you?
She's identical to me in every way.
Yes, as our parents said, it's going to come back to you,
It's
right?
coming back.
It's coming back. I love that. All right. What would you sing at karaoke night? What would be your song?
Some Biggie or Tupac.
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's going to get a good song where she'd be
No,
out
we're
there
rapping. I become like the mad rapper when I'm out there.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that.
Let's do it.
What is your favorite date night?
Food, for sure. Just really a nice dinner, quiet time.
Quiet?
Dinner without the kids?
Yes.
That's what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's on a beach, even better.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
The beach
Okay.
is my happy
You
place.
should take note of that. He should take note of that. Okay. What's one thing your coworkers would be surprised to know about you?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
I wonder, the car salesman is probably one, because even though I think I've heard that, I don't know if it's stuck.
What's the question again?
What would be one thing your coworkers would be surprised to know about you?
That I absolutely hate mayonnaise. Right? I don't know how many people know that, but if you know me, you love me, you know that don't even come. Like, my husband has to hide the mayonnaise bottle.
So it's that bad?
It's really bad.
Okay, that's really funny. Always been like that?
Oh yeah. Do you want to know why?
Why? Oh, there's got to be a story.
So I never really liked mayonnaise, and then when people are like, well, it's oil and whatever egg, I'm like, even more gross. And then the smell, it's just greasy. But the real story is my brother knew I didn't like it, so he would chase me around with spoons of mayonnaise.
Yes.
And since the dishes were my duty, he'd like throw it in the sink. So he says he never did that. That never happened.
Mm-hmm. Sibling love right there. Sibling love.
He is to blame. So yeah, no mayonnaise.
Okay, for you to hate it that much, I knew there had to be more of the story of that. So there you go. We all have those sibling stories for sure. So thank you so much for being here. I know we learned a lot about you. This was fantastic. We will make sure and put Shanta's contact information at the end of this video. As you can see, she works so hard, tirelessly for her customers. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.